What, Europe? Yeah. It's for the last days. How many times you hear Shaykh Effendi say that we have to know our history? You don't know our history. They know our history better than you. Showing. Yeah. Muslims don't know your Prophet's history. You don't know the history of the Prophets. You don't even know the Ottomans' history. He was concentrating mostly on the Ottomans. Wasn't concentrating on anything else. He wasn't concentrating on let's say, the Abbasis or the Umayyas. It was the Ottomans that delivered a big slap to the West. They're still hurting, don't you see? After 1,000 years, 1,000 years, they're still hurting very much. But Rome is going to be conquered. That's the Prophet saying, alayhi Rome is going to be conquered. Twice. Rome is Istanbul, Constantinople at that time, to Islambol. Islambol meaning what? Islam is high, this is what it means. Up till today, they still refuse to call it Istanbul. They call it Constantinople. No, it became Islambol. They're still remembering, they're still hurting. Muslims don't care. Allah is going to make us to care. Easy way or hard way. As believers, with intelligence, you're going to know, you're going to care. We don't know our history. If I ask what happened in Tours, was it 763? How many of us are going to understand what it is? What happened? We even named the poisoner of Sultan Murad. The person who poisoned Sultan Murad Khan. Put it in his gun. We don't know. How are we going to lose? It's that kind of history. That history, it made their blood boil because they lost. How it must make our faith to grow because we won. But we're not using that history. We're not learning that history. Our faith is dying. It's going. It's finishing. Our faith is only good for making personal du'as. This is what our faith is. I have problem with husband. Oh, I have problem with wife. Oh, I have problem with job. Oh, that's it. This is what our faith is good for now. Rubbish. Garbage. Our faith is not good because we are not looking to the faith of the Prophet or the Sahabi Kiram or the Khilafat or the Awliya Allah. These are role models for our faith. Instead, we are taking the faith of the Munafiqs. You see? There is another humiliation for the nation. It's not for Islam. Islam is going to win. Don't worry, this type of thing, Islam is going to win. Anything that happens negatively, Islam will win. They think they're bringing down Islam. It is impossible. But the Muslims are not waking up. Year after year. Why they are concentrating on Khilafat. All that mentioning of Constantinople and all the other things, Iskandar Bey. Where is our Albanian? Not here. Okay. Iskandar Bey. Who is Iskandar Bey? That is our history too. He was Muslim. He became a Christian. He betrayed the Ottomans. He became a Christian. All of Albania now building statues, Muslims. Loving him. Not enough, the Balkans are getting slapped non-stop. Not enough. Not enough, everywhere it's getting slapped. So we keep getting slapped, but we're not waking up. You know who is going to wake up? Unbelievers are going to wake up. Unbelievers will take this religion. Unbelievers will take this religion from us. They will become better Muslims than us. They have better faith than us. Because their concern is not about the small problems. Their concern is haq and batil. Any one person, since that incident, any one unbeliever who is going to say, this is messed up, I stand with the Muslims, rahmat raining on that. It's very easy for an awliya Allah now to make their heart to change. If it's not now, it is on their deathbed. Very easy for them to just tap on their shoulder and they accept Islam, they go straight to Jannah. It's the Muslims that are in big trouble. You don't fear Allah, Allah is going to make you to fear your enemies and to fear from your own shadow. How many now saying openly, oh, I fear going out with my hijab, I fear being Muslim, I fear that. Oh, you don't fear Allah, huh? But you fear this, it's going to happen. You don't fear Allah, Allah is going to make you to become a laughing stock from your enemies. You understand? What are we here for? We're here in the West. What are we here for? How many times we're saying, correct your intention, be here for Allah. Every one of us, we're an immigrant here. Don't say we're here because you want to worship. No, we came here because of dunya. But we're murids. We now have to change that intention. That's why we are here week after week, month after month, year after year. We are here on this Friday. We are here for holy days and months to worship to Allah, to make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala our priority. Not this dunya. Dunya is going to come. But how many are thinking that way? How many are understanding? How many are trying to change? How many just want things to go back to normal? Oh, I wish that everything just go back to normal. Then you have no pain that you feel for, not for 49, millions right now, millions as we're speaking, they're being tortured, they're being killed. You understand? It's not enough to know that this is Akhir Zaman when you have these Buddhists killing Muslims, Buddhists. Since when do you hear Buddhists killing? No, they're killing Muslims. It's not enough. Yeah. So people are still sleeping. We're not understanding why these things are happening. We are all here immigrants, yes. But why are we emigrating here? What is the reason? Why are we here in the first place? Why are the Easterners in the Western countries in the first place? No one is asking. For thousands of years, we're happy wherever we were. Africa, North Africa, Asia, Middle East, subcontinent. We're happy. What business do we have coming to other places? We have no business. We didn't want to. They came in the past 100 years, 150 years, 200 years, and they suck everything out, and they shifted everything, and now, pushing things away, we find ourselves here. It's not by choice. That one is not understanding too. Yeah. So it's a very good opportunity for Muslims to talk and to listen. Listen about what? Why are we here? Why are we here in the West? Once you start talking about why we are here in the West, because that is a question that he's saying, no? That's the main thing he's saying. We are being invaded. Okay, ask us, why are we here? We're not invading. The immigrants are coming here, taking the most lowest paid job, and then after a while they rise up to the ranks. It happens to every immigrant society. But why are we here? Then once you start talking about why we're here, you cannot help. You cannot. If you're sincere, you must talk about Khilafat. Since the time that the Khilafat fell, that's why we are here. But they don't want to talk about it. Our Muslim leaders don't have 2 brain cells. You understand? Okay. Then what happened? Now, what is our mission here in the West? Muslims, for over 1,000 years, they have a mission. Our mission was never to find a good job, nice car, nice house, nice family, get our family married off. It was never that. Because people were following, Muslims at one time, they were following someone who was following and listening very hard and serving Allah and His Prophet. So the aim of this life was never dunya. The Khalifas, they were not aiming for dunya. They were aiming to bring the justice of Allah's law and the divine law. And Muslims saying, yes, we're following according to that. Well, we work, we get married, we live, we die. But that is the role, because that one is representing the Prophet. And the Prophet is never looking out just to live his own life or telling us how to live our own lives. They are taking the plans and the vision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and making that into a reality. You lift the Khalifa, then everybody is just, we just mind our own business. So now our aim for life becomes very small. Because our aims for life becomes very small, our small problems become very great. Very, very great. The smallest things can shake us. We live for the smallest things. You don't come together. We cannot. How are you going to come together if everyone is just concerned about their lives? We're not setting up masjids in this country to glorify Allah and His Prophet. Set up masjids so that you have a social network. If it is, then you have a different vision of life. You have a different aim. And your aim always has to show the light of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. That aim, what you're telling your children, what you're telling your wives, why you're living day to day. It is to bring the light of the Holy Prophet ﷺ to this land. Completely different. Completely. I know. It's gone. People are not doing that anymore. People are starting to, I don't feel safe. Maybe I should move. Where are you going to move? Where? To the moon? Where are you going to move? You're going to move to Muslim countries? Don't you know the Muslims, the believers, they are the most oppressed in Muslim countries? We cannot even do this in Muslim countries. Correct? From Turkey to Indonesia, we cannot gather like this. The police is going to come. They'll lock us up. So now questions must be, why are we here? Why are we here in America? What are we doing? And this is what we're asking, and this is what we're answering every single time we're here, so that it refreshes us. You're going to run away. Then, finally you're understanding. Not only the believers, they're strangers, but the believers in the Akhir Zaman, they're more strange. And until Allah has already warned us, 1400 years ago, His Prophet has already said, until you leave your religion, until you change everything, they will never accept you. So, like I said, the Muslims have left Islam. It is the non-Muslims who are going to enter into Islam, because they are living for haq and batil. They're not entering Islam because they want their small du'as to be fulfilled, because they are searching for truth. May Allah keep us in safety.
Amen.
The safety that is most important is our faith. It's not this physical safety. It's our faith. Right. Any questions? You don't have to agree with me. But